Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. In this video, we're going to talk about something that's been making headlines this week. Honolulu revives the idea of shipping trash off of the island. This has happened. People ship trash to foreign countries across oceans all the time. A lot of third world countries end up getting it. They like the idea of the revenue, but what would the real solution be? Oh, that's right. How about we end all of our trash? Okay, most of this trash that gets thrown out is packaging, plastics, it's food waste. Food waste, just stop wasting food, very simple. Packaging, if anyone had allowed solutions since November of '93, we would have ended all of this ridiculousness, but we haven't. So Honolulu is running out of space. So right now, trash could be shipped off the island for 10 years until a new landfill is open. And it's a potential interim solution to the challenge of what to do with waste generated by almost 1 million residents and about 500,000 monthly visitors. This was covered a lot of places. It's just been everywhere. But the thing is the UK, this is also a headline right now, October 14th, 2024, a lot of places have turned to burning trash. So I was kind of wondering why Honolulu hadn't thought of that. Not that I'm recommending it, because the UK has now determined it's the dirtiest form of power, even though this article says that they continue to increase it. It's just the dirtiest form of power. You have food waste in there, which produces less harmful greenhouse gases when burned, but that's not the case for plastic waste. Plastic is made from fossil fuels, and burning it rather than burying it in a landfill produces high levels of greenhouse gases. Okay, plastic is made from fossil fuels, and it probably should say lots and lots of chemicals, all of which, when they get burned, gets emitted into the atmosphere, when then things that get emitted into the atmosphere eventually makes its way down to the surface of the earth. So then it gets into the soil, and then it gets into groundwater. So it's just a vicious cycle. And so Britain is realizing that this is a problem. However, in the past 5 years, the number of incinerators has surged. In England alone, it has risen from 38 to 52. Just in the past 5 years. And right now it produces about 3.1% of the UK's energy. But this is absolutely insanity, which a professor at the University of Southampton for Applied Environmental Science, he calls it an insane situation. The current practice of burning waste for energy and building more and more incinerators for this purpose is at odds with our desire to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Increasing its use is disastrous for the climate. They started doing this because landfills produce a lot of methane, so they were gonna conquer the methane problem. It hasn't. Well, maybe it's conquered the methane problem, but we're now producing dirty energy. The dirtiest energy. And the thing is that now you are building power plants that are reliant upon waste, when what should we be doing? Oh, that's right, ending our waste. It just becomes a huge snowball where it just gets bigger and bigger down the line. And right now, Hawaii is thinking about shipping off trash. Roger Babcock, the head of the Department of Environmental Services, he said that it's not like we don't ship waste now. All recycled material is shipped off the mainland, and hazardous waste is also transported off island. And what is the cost of that? Do you know how much money municipalities spend just to deal with waste and shipping the waste and or burning the waste? It is astronomical. And shipping it across oceans doesn't come cheap. To make our waste disappear, you throw it out and it just disappears, but it doesn't just go poof and it's just all gone. It is polluting processes that make that happen. And right now, Hawaii is dealing with the consequences of their landfill running out of space, and they haven't come up with an actual real solution for it. So They're looking for a temporary solution, a decades-long temporary solution. Right now, it says that the need to deal with the mounting trash at the landfill is gaining urgency. They're dealing with the reality here that they say is that the island has few options on how to handle its garbage in the coming years. The municipal landfill is scheduled to close in 2028, and the roughly 300,000 tons of trash that go there every year will need some alternative disposal plan. Officials have yet to name a site for the new landfill, but even if they meet an end-of-the-year deadline to do so, it will take years to get the permits and infrastructure to set up to start receiving the trash. That is what has led the city to reconsider shipping trash off the island, a method it tried over a decade ago, but decided it was too logistically complicated at the time. Not to mention expensive. And who pays for this? Oh, that's right. All of the people that are producing this trash. The million residents and about 500,000 monthly visitors. The problem here, people, is we just create way too much trash. It is unnecessary, and if anyone would allow solutions, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't be paying municipal workers, government workers at many levels, town, county, state, and even federal, to be dealing with this. And not to mention, everybody has a trash bill from your home, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And we really shouldn't even be having that bill. So the current landfill is set to cease operations by March 20th, 28, and that Department of Environmental Services guy said that it's very unlikely that they can open a landfill in 4 years. That's never been done before. The thing is, we just produce way too much waste. That's just all there is to it. You can't get around it. Well, you can get around it if we revamp society. But to this day, every environmental voice out there, government leaders that I try to get to, just absolutely will not allow solutions. So now we have the ridiculousness of Honolulu going to be shipping trash off, boats running, huge containers filled with trash being hauled to somewhere else that's going to deal with it. It's all just ridiculous, and it's expensive, and it's polluting, and if only even somebody like Bobby Kennedy would use his voice to get solutions implemented, I could have solved this problem long ago. So stay tuned, people.